Lie on the mat, arms down by your side, knees bent, heels close to your bottom. Press your shoulders down. Breathe in. Scoop your low tummy muscles in and then lift the hips up. Squeeze your glutes. Take your arms overhead. Reach your fingertips away from you as you lower down through the spine. Inhale, press the arms down by your side. Exhale to lift up. Take your arms overhead. Reach your arms away as you lower down through the spine. Inhale, arms lower. Exhale, squeeze your glutes to send the hips up. Take your arms overhead. Slowly lower down through the spine. Inhale, press the arms down. Lift the chest, lift the hips. Take your arms overhead. Lower your upper back, mid back. Roll all the way down. Arms down by your side. Take your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers, curl up. Bring your knees into tabletop. Inhale to lower the head. Exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor to curl up. Inhale to lower. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor as you curl up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to lower. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor every time you curl up. And as you curl up, you're pushing your navel down and pressing your low back into the mat, squeezing the inner thighs and the pelvic floor. Inhale to lower. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to lower. Squeeze your inner thighs, curling up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale to curl up. Hold it there, heels together, knees apart. Pull your knees in. Lengthen the legs away. Pull your knees in. Lock your knees as you reach your heels away. Inhale, pull the knees in. Exhale to lengthen. Every time you lengthen the legs away, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your heels, and squeeze your pelvic floor. Inhale, exhale to lengthen, curling up as you draw the knees in, staying curled up as you send the legs away from you. Lengthen the legs away. Inhale to bend, reach the legs away. Inhale to bend, lock your knees, hold your knees locked. Bring the right leg towards you, pull, pull. Switch legs. Pull, pull. Lock your right knee as you pull the leg towards you. Lock the left knee as you pull the leg towards you. Keep breathing. Keep your low tummy muscles working. Pull that leg towards you. Keep the back of the leg long and lengthened. Engage the quad of the leg as you pull it towards you. Keep the breath going, drawing your abdominals in and pull, pull. Reach that opposite heel away from you. Bring both heels above your hips, hands behind the head. Draw the legs closer in towards you. Feel the intensity in your low tummy as you pulse the legs closer to you. Squeeze your heels, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Squeeze your inner thighs together, pulling those legs in towards you. Lower the arms to the mat, lower the head down, bring the legs all the way towards you and roll over, toes to the floor. Flex your heels. Reach your heels away from you, scoop the tummy in, rolling down through the spine. Connect your heels as you lower the legs and then bring the straight legs towards you. Take the toes to the floor. Flex your feet, push your heels away from you. Lock your knees as you roll down through the spine, scooping your tummy muscles in. Heels connect, squeeze your inner thighs as the legs lower. Bring the legs all the way towards you, toes to the floor. Flex your feet, push your heels away from you. Lock your knees as you lower down through the spine. Squeeze the heels, squeeze your inner thighs to lower the legs, squeezing your pelvic floor. Bring those legs all the way behind you. Flex your feet, push your heels behind you, lock your knees, scoop the tummy in, lowering down. Heels together, toes apart. Use those inner thighs. Take the toes to the floor, flex your heels, push your heels away, draw your abdominals in, keep your knees towards your face, lift your head, take your hands behind your knees and come to seated. Lengthen the legs long on the mat. Open your heels. Take your hands behind your head, lengthen the spine, breathe in, rotate to the left, scoop the tummy in, dive back. Reach your right elbow between your knees. Press your right elbow against the inside of your right knee and rotate further. Lift the left elbow up, twist further, lengthen the spine back up, and then go more into the rotation before back to center. Lift up, rotate to the right. Scoop your tummy muscles in as you go back. Dive that left elbow forward between your knees. Rotate, reach the right elbow up. Keep the breath, rotate further, scoop the tummy in, lengthen the spine back up, go deeper into the rotation, back to the front. Drop the shoulders, rotate towards the left. Scoop the tummy in to go back. Dive your right elbow between your knees. Push the elbow towards the inside of your knee and rotate further. Rotate more. Scoop the tummy in. Go deeper into the rotation. Lengthen the spine back up, and then even further into the rotation back to center. Lengthen the spine. Rotate to the right. Scoop your low tummy muscles in. Dive that left elbow between your knees, push it into the inside of the left knee, rotate some more. Scoop your tummy muscles in, rotate some more. Squeeze your pelvic floor, lengthen the spine up, go even deeper into the rotation, and then take your feet wider, take your arms out to the side. Rotate to the left, lean forward. Reach your right arm beyond that left foot, reach the back arm up, engage the back arm, and then come back up to seated. Arms wide, rotate to the right. Reach your left hand to the outside of your right foot. The right hand reaches back up. Engage the back of the arm, lengthen up. Rotate to the left. Reach your right arm forward. Reach it beyond that left foot. Back arm reaches up. Engage the tricep in that back arm, and then come back up. Rotate to the right. Dive forward, left hand to the outside of the right foot. Reach further forward, lift the back arm up. Scoop your tummy muscles in, back to seated. Rotate to the left, dive forward, back arm reaches up. Engage the back arm, reach even further forward. Rotate further, back to seated. And again, rotate, dive forward, left hand to the outside of that right foot. The back arm reaches up, dive further forward, back up to seated. And then come and lie back down on the mat. Take your hands behind your head, feet and knees together. Curl up. Bring your knees into tabletop. Heels together, toes apart, lengthen the legs away. Exhale, rotate to the left as you pull your knees in. Inhale, rotate to the right as you pull those knees in. Inhale, exhale as you rotate. Keep the knees wide. As you rotate, reach your elbow to the outside of your opposite knee. Squeeze your heels, squeeze the pelvic floor as you rotate. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale as you rotate, squeezing your pelvic floor, drawing your low tummy muscles down, keeping your low back in contact with the mat as you rotate. Squeeze. So keep the knees together now. Rotate, pull both the knees across your body, pull them in deeper. Inhale. Exhale, rotate, pull them in further. Keep those knees together. Squeeze your inner thighs and pull your knees closer. So as you rotate, lift your opposite elbow up. Rotating and lifting, pulling your knees across, pull them further. Add in that pulse, pull the knees across, squeezing your knees together, squeezing your pelvic floor, lengthen the legs, pull the straight legs towards you, bend the knees in. Rotate, pull the knees in, lengthen the legs fully, lock your knees as you bring the legs in, bend the knees. You breathe out as you twist. Lengthen, pull the legs in towards you. Use your low tummy muscles. Squeeze your pelvic floor. Squeeze your pelvic floor and your inner thighs as you bring the legs towards you. Twist, pull the knees in, lengthen. Straight legs come across your body, pull them in. Big rotation, pull in. Lock your knees as you bring the legs towards you. Inhale. Exhale to rotate and pulse. Keep those knees bent. Rotating, knees come to the opposite shoulder. Keep the knees together. Pull them across. Pull them across to your opposite shoulder. Squeeze the knees together into crisscross. Pull one knee in and rotate your opposite elbow to touch your knee and switch legs. Lengthen the leg away from you. Now straighten the top leg. Pull the knee in, straighten the top leg, bend the knee. Switch legs. Lengthen the leg, bend the knee, and switch. Lengthen the top leg, bend the knee in, bend the knee, then lengthen and switch. Locking your quad as you straighten through the leg. Pull the knee in, fully lengthen and switch. Straighten the leg and bend the knees in, lengthen the legs up, lower the arms, lower the head. Keep your knees locked and roll all the way over. Toes to the floor, flex your feet. Scoop your tummy muscles in, lock your knees as you slowly roll down through the spine. Heels together, toes apart. Come over, toes to the floor. Flex your feet, push your heels away, lock your knees as you roll down through the spine. Heels connect, inner thighs connect. Use the squeeze of the pelvic floor. Toes to the mat, flex your feet, lock your knees, slowly roll down through the spine. Again, squeeze your heels in the pelvic floor as you lower the legs. One more time, roll over, flex the feet. This time as you roll up, lift the head, take your hands behind your knees and come up to seated. Cross your legs, bring your hands to the mat and come into 4-point kneeling. Take yourself to the center of the mat, lock your elbows, lift the chest. Slide your shoulders away from your ears, send the sits bones behind you. Pull your right knee in, lengthen the right leg, lift your right heel. Lower the right toe to the floor, squeeze the right glute. So you're squeezing the right glute to lift that long right leg high. Squeeze the right glute and squeeze your right quad. Keep the knee locked in that right leg, squeezing your glute to keep that work in the glute to lift your heel up. Keep the elbows locked. Squeeze your pelvic floor and draw your abdominals in and up. Hold the heel high. Now begin to circle the heel. It's a small circle and it's staying high. You're squeezing your right glute to create the circle and you're squeezing and lifting the pelvic floor to stabilize your pelvis, reversing the circle, squeezing the right glute, drawing your abdominals in. Keep the leg locked at the knee. Squeeze that right glute hard. Keep the circle high and small. Lock your knee, bend your knee, flex your foot, push your heel up. So you're pulsing the heel upwards by squeezing your right glute. Again, keep the pelvis stable by squeezing the pelvic floor. Back into 4-point kneeling. Shoulders down, send the sits bones behind you. Left knee to your chest, reach the left leg long. Lower the toe to the floor, squeeze the left glute to lift that heel up. Squeezing the left glute, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor to lift that long lengthened left leg up. Keep the squeeze in the glute, keep the squeeze in the pelvic floor to stabilize the pelvis. And the next time you lift your heel, you're going to hold the heel high. Squeezing the glute, hold the heel high and start to circle the heel. Squeezing the left glute, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Keep the breath going. Make the circle small but keep it high. Reversing the circle. Stabilize the pelvis by squeezing your pelvic floor. The circle stays small but it stays high. Squeeze your glute and hold the leg long, then bend your knee. Pulse up. Push that flexed heel up to the ceiling. So you're squeezing your left glute to lift your heel up. Draw your abdominals in and up. Pelvic floor, lengthen the leg and come back into 4-point kneeling. Open your knees, sit your bottom onto your heel, dig your arms and your shoulders down towards the mat, scooping your low tummy muscles in. And then you're going to come into high kneeling. Palms face in, arms are long, shoulders down. Squeeze your glutes and hinge back. Hold it. Squeeze your glutes, hinge back, and then come out of it. Arms stay long and lengthened. Hinge back, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor to hinge back from your knees. So you're hinging back, glutes and pelvic floor engage, and then lift up. Go back, feeling it in your quads. Squeeze your glutes and the pelvic floor. Inhale. Keep the arms long, palms facing in. Activate your arm muscles. Keep lengthening through the arms, squeezing your triceps. Go back. Go back another inch and then come out of it. Coming into side kneeling, take your left leg out to the side and have your right knee bent. You're going to dip the right elbow to the right. You breathe out, dip the left elbow to that straight left leg. Inhale to dip, exhale to come elbow towards the straight leg. Inhale to go down, exhale to reach your elbow to the straight leg. Breathing in, squeezing that left glute to stabilize the pelvis, keeping that left leg switched on, locking your knee. Pelvic floors engaged. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor as you bring that left elbow towards the left leg. Inhale to go down, drawing the navel in, keeping that leg long and lengthened. Going into the long diagonal, and now you're going to rotate. You breathe out as you rotate the ribs towards the ceiling. You breathe in as you rotate the ribs towards the floor. Inhale towards the ceiling. Exhale, rotate towards the floor. Keep that left leg locked, squeezing your left glute to help stabilize your pelvis as you rotate the ribs to the ceiling. Right hand to the mat, left arm to your ear, and then reach up and over, right arm next to your right ear. Changing legs. So the right leg comes out to the right, left knee stays bent, hands behind the head. You're dipping down towards the left with the left elbow and then coming towards that straight right leg. Inhale to dip the left elbow down. Exhale to take your right elbow to the right leg. Inhale to dip down. Again, squeezing your pelvic floor, squeezing that right glute and keeping that right leg locked, engaged. Inhale as you dip the right elbow to the floor, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor to come towards that right leg. Inhale. Exhale, drawing the navel in, big range of movement. Into your long diagonal. Inhale, rotate towards the floor. Exhale, rotate towards the ceiling. Draw the navel towards the spine as you breathe in. Squeeze your right glute as you breathe out to rotate to the ceiling. Keep that right leg locked. Go for more rotation in both directions. Drawing your navel in, squeezing and lift the pelvic floor and stabilizing the pelvis. Inhale towards the floor. Take your left hand to the floor. Reach your right arm up and over. And then come over into that stretch on the other side. And then come and sit your bottom onto your heels. Come into a plank position. Lock your knees, engage your quads, squeeze your glutes, bend your elbows in, lower all the way down. Take your hands in front of your shoulders to the widest part of the mat. Take your heels wide, slide your shoulders down. Lift your head, engage your glutes, and lift the chest up. Press the hands down, slide the shoulder blades down your back. Lift the chest up, slide the shoulder blades down some more. Inhale, lift the chest, and then lower all the way back down. Breathing in, slide the shoulder blades down, lift the chest, squeeze your glutes, straighten the arms, press the hands down, lift the chest, take your shoulders back, lift the chest some more, slide the shoulders down, engaging the glutes, lift the chest, slide the shoulders down, breathing in, bend the elbows and lower all the way back down. And again, slide the shoulders down, lift the head, lift the chest, press the hands down, fully lengthen through the arms. Engage your glutes, engage your pelvic floor. Lift the chest, slide the shoulders down, lift the chest some more. Engage your glutes, squeeze and lift your pelvic floor. Inhale, lifting the chest, bend the elbows and lower all the way back down. Push yourself back. Bottom to your heels, open your knees, scoop your tummy muscles in, and then come back onto the tummy, onto the mat. So take your arms forward, lock your elbows, keep your arms engaged, draw your hands towards you and slide your shoulder blades down the mat as you lift the chest. You're going to squeeze your glutes, bring your feet up. Lock your knees, bring your right arm to your right ear, left arm to your left ear, and swimming. Squeezing your glutes. You breathe in for 5. You breathe out for 5. As you breathe out, squeeze your glutes and your pelvic floor some more. Keep the chest lifting. Keep the arms high as your ears. Inhale for 5. Exhale, squeeze your glutes. Keep those knees locked. Keep the quads engaged. Breathing in for 5 and breathe out for 5. Squeeze your glutes. Lengthen the arms, lengthen the legs, lift another inch, and then lower all the way down. Hands to the mat. Send the sits bones to your heels. Open your knees. Scoop your low tummy muscles in and release any tension in the back. And now, hands to the mat into a plank position. And again, bend your elbows to lower all the way down. Take your arms down by your side, palms face up. Lift the head, lift the chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and turn your palms in towards each other. Really focus on the lift of the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift your legs by squeezing your glutes. And then reach your fingertips towards your heels. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lock your elbows. Feel the burn in the back of the arms. Squeeze your triceps as you reach your fingertips to your heels. Lift another inch. And then lower all the way back down. Push yourselves back. Push your bottom onto your heels. Drop the chest towards the mat. Scoop your tummy muscles in. And come into side lying. Reach your legs away from you. Right leg on the top. Just drop your head onto your hand, lift the right leg, lower the right leg and pick up the bottom leg. So as you lower the leg, squeeze your heels together, lift the top leg up, lift the bottom heel off the mat as you lower the leg down and squeeze the heels. As you lower the top leg, squeeze your heels and squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Draw the navel in, squeeze the heels, squeeze the top of the inner thighs, squeeze. Inhale to lift, exhale, squeeze the heels. Inhale to lift, exhale, hold the heels together, and then you lift up. You breathe out to lift. Keep those inner thighs connected. Keep your feet together. Keep the inner thighs together. Exhale to lift. The more you engage your pelvic floor as you lift the legs, the more effectively you're going to work your obliques. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your inner thighs and squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Now lift the top leg, lift the bottom leg to meet it, lower down halfway. So you're lifting the top leg, the bottom leg has to work and lengthen away from you as you lift it up. Reach the heel towards the top heel. Really focus on the squeeze of the pelvic floor. Focus on keeping the legs long and lengthened. Reach the bottom heel to meet the top heel. Lengthen the legs and then bend your knees. Bring your heels close to your bottom and stick your bottom out behind you. Lift the top heel and the top knee. You're breathing. You're drawing your abdominals in. The top knee and top ankle stay the same height. You're lifting and lowering. You're focusing on your abdominals. You're drawing your abdominals in and you're squeezing your pelvic floor. Keep sticking your bottom out behind you. Keep the breath going. Keep the knee and the ankle the same height. Now hold the knee still and circle the knee. Create a circle with the knee and squeeze the pelvic floor to keep the pelvis stable. Really feel your low tummy muscles engaging and draw them in. Circling the knee, creating a small circle with the knee, and then reverse the circle. Keep breathing. You'll feel that burn in the right glute as you're circling the right knee. Keep the breath going. Breathe through it. Keep the breath going as you circle the knee, drawing your abdominals in. Keep breathing. And then you're going to pick up both your heels, open your top knee, lengthen the top leg, heel to heel, knee to knee. Open your knees, reach the heel away, heel to heel, drop the knee down. Open your knee, lengthen the leg. And again, lengthen, squeeze your right glute. Inhale, squeeze your right glute to lengthen that right leg away. As you open your knee, squeeze your right glute as you reach your right heel away, squeezing that right glute. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. And again, open the knee, reach your heel away, and then drop your knees all the way back down. And come and sit for mermaid stretch. Reach your left arm up next to your left ear. Right hand onto your left hip. Come over into a twist. Rotate the chest towards the ceiling and come over to the other side, reaching over. Right hand to the left hip. Bring your left arm up and over as you twist and into the other side, breathing in. And again, reach your left arm up and over. Right hand onto the left hip. Left elbow to the floor as you reach over. And one more time, reach your left arm up and over, hold it, and then come out of it. Take your legs to the other side of the mat. Rest your head on your hand. You're on your elbow, and again, you're lengthening the legs away. Legs in line with the spine. Lower the legs, lift the bottom leg up. So the top leg lifts. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift the top leg. Exhale to lift the bottom leg as you lower the top leg. Inhale to lift. Squeeze your heels. Squeeze your pelvic floor. Inhale to lift. Exhale to squeeze. Breathe big. So as you bring your heels together, squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, squeeze your heels together. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hold the heels together and pulse up. Squeezing your inner thighs together. Squeeze your pelvic floor. And again, the more you squeeze and lift the pelvic floor, the more effectively you're going to engage your obliques. You're keeping your kneecaps locked, your quads engaged. Squeezing those inner thighs to lift the legs up. Now, lift the top leg. Bottom leg meets it, they lower halfway. Lift the top, lift the bottom to meet it. Lengthen those heels away from you as you lift the legs up. Keeping the legs long and lengthened, squeezing your inner thighs together as your heels come together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to lift, exhale, the bottom leg lifts. Inhale, exhale. Lift the top leg, bottom leg meets it. And again, squeezing the heels. Hold it here, bend the knees all the way in. Send the sits bones behind you, stick your bottom out, top knee and top ankle lift. Keep breathing. So you're drawing your low tummy muscles in, you're squeezing your pelvic floor. Think about the squeeze and the lift of the pelvic floor, keeping your pelvis stable by drawing your abdominals in. The knee and the ankle stay the same height, lifting your knee and your ankle up, sending the sits bones behind you. Keep the knee the same height as the ankle, and then create a circle with that knee. Keep the knee bent. As you circle the knee, squeeze your pelvic floor. So you'll be feeling it in that top left glute. Keep squeezing your pelvic floor. Keep the circle small and consistent. Breathing nice and big, focusing on your abdominals, drawing in, and reverse the circle. Keep the circle small. Keep the circle the same height as your hip. The knee stays bent. Feeling that top glute working, squeeze the pelvic floor, and then you're going to keep the circle going, breathing nice and big. Pick your heels up, open your knees, lengthen the leg. Inhale as you lower the knee to the knee. Open your knee, lengthen the leg away. Keep the heels nice and high, lengthen that top leg away. Inhale to lower, exhale to lengthen. Focus on squeezing your left glute as you lengthen that left leg away from you. Lock your knee as you lengthen. Inhale as you bend. Lengthen that leg fully. Inhale to bend. Keep the heels high. Inhale, exhale to lengthen, squeezing your glute. And again, lengthen that top leg, keep it long, and then lower the knees, lower the ankles down. Come and sit up for a mermaid stretch. So your left hand onto your right hip, reach your right arm next to your right ear and come up and over. And come to the other side, stretching it out. Right hand to the left hip, reach your right arm up and over and stretch in the other direction. Bring your left hand onto the right hip, right arm comes up and over, go even deeper into the twist, breathing in, and then come and into side bend. Take your left hand in front of your left knee, hands, feet together, lift your arm up and over. Send your hips to the ceiling, rotate the chest to the ceiling. Rotate the chest to the floor, left hand to the mat, send the sits bones to the ceiling. Back into your side bend, lift the hips, rotate the chest to the ceiling. Rotate the chest to the floor, left hand to the mat, send the hips to the ceiling, into your side bend. And again, rotate the ribs to the ceiling, left hand to the mat as you send the sits bones to the ceiling, squeezing your inner thighs together. And again, squeeze the inner thighs, lift the hips up and come down. Take your feet to the other side. So the right foot on the mat, left foot tucks behind it, lift up into your side bend. Reach your right arm up, rotate the ribs towards the ceiling. Place your right hand to the mat as you send the sits bones behind you. And again, into your side bend, rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling, sending the hips high, rotate the chest to the floor, right hand presses into the mat, sits bones to the ceiling. And again, squeeze your inner thighs together, squeeze your pelvic floor, rotate further. Push the right hand down as you lift the sits bones to the ceiling. One more time, send the sits bones up, send the hips to the ceiling and come all the way back down. Cross your legs, take your hands to the mat, come into 4-point kneeling, tuck your toes under, send the sits bones to the ceiling, press the hands down, keep your knees bent as you send the sits bones up. Now lock your knees as you straighten through the legs. Push the heels down, push your hands into the mat and drop the chest towards the mat. Up to a tiptoe, exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale to a tiptoe, scoop your low tummy muscles in as you press the heels down, keeping the kneecaps locked, keeping the shoulders nice and wide. Send the sits bones to the ceiling as you draw your low tummy muscles in. Press your hands down, drop your chest further, scoop your low tummy muscles in and up, and then really draw your abdominals in. Walk the hands towards your toes and slowly roll up through the spine. Come and stand on the mat with the feet nice and wide. And then you're going to take your hands down by your side. The left hand slides down the left leg. Reach your right arm up. Keep your right arm next to your ear. Rotate, twist further in this direction. reaching your right arm up, and then rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling as you slide the left hand down that left leg. Rotate the face and the chest more to the ceiling and come up. Right hand slides down your right leg, left arm reaches up, keep the arm next to your ear, go deeper into the twist, and then rotate further. Rotate as you twist deeper. Right arm slides down the leg, go even further into the twist, and then come out of it. Left arm slides down the left leg, right arm next to your right ear. Slide the left arm down that left leg. Rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling, go deeper into the twist. Big inhale, go even further into your rotation, come out of it. Right hand slides down the right leg, left arm reaches up, come up and over, hold it, go deeper into the twist, rotate deeper into the twist, right hand slides further down that right leg, big inhale, and then come out of it. Just bring your feet together, hip distance apart, chin towards the chest, lower all the way down into a forward roll. Take your hands, interlace your fingers, and bring your hands over your head. Keep your arms locked. Breathe in. Exhale, crown of the head to the floor. Breathing in, bring your arms up and over some more. Crown of the head to the floor. Take your hands and arms and just let them dangle all the way down, rolling up through the spine. Lift the head, take your shoulders back, lift the shoulders up, roll them all the way back, and relax.